I don't think you got the English quite right there. Okay, so we'll go to the subject again. So the reason that I speak about, it's not even worth separating it out anymore, but the reason I speak about non-duality, that which is beyond anything, and I talk about what the person feels in this, is because freedom is right here, not out of this. And what's happening in most body-mind mechanisms is they have a feeling, so they feel unloved, they feel nervous or unvalidated, and they're always trying to run away from that. And they build up all these seeking patterns, and they call that their personality. So seeking for love might be a really excited character or a really excited person all the time, always showing happiness and always trying to show happiness. And they're not even aware that what they're doing is seeking for love. Now this is all in the personal realm. By telling the person that, it's more than likely going to break such strong energy going into trying to avoid or trying to get to something and trying to be something other than what you are. And I think that mixed with non-duality is a more balanced way of talking about this. I love just talking about non-duality and that you aren't that person, and I love pointing that out. But what I find happens is that people just take in non-duality and use it as another way to avoid what's actually happening. And this is all about coming back to what's actually happening. So for the moment, there's an enjoyment of speaking about it like this, and that's the way it comes out. But I'm sure at some point there will be a different way of speaking of it, because they'll be seeing different traps that people get into. Non-duality isn't a particular path, or there isn't a particular way to waking up. And that's why normally in non-duality you have a teacher, a live teacher that you speak to and ask questions. And so basically what comes is just the energetic response in that moment, but there's not this dogmatic teaching in which people follow. So the teacher doesn't set up this leads to this and this leads to that, it doesn't set up an enlightenment path, because there is no enlightenment path. You can't find the way to non-duality. You can't sit and meditate for the next 10 years and then you'll be at non-duality. Or you can't sit and emotionally release and then you'll be at non-duality. It's something that happens. And normally there's a speaking to somebody where there's been that energetic shift from being someone to boundlessness. And that person is responding from that boundlessness. And if that's speaking to the person and helping the person, then that's what's happening. And if that's not helping the person, then that's what's happening. And there's an absolute trust in it from this perspective. It's not even me trusting it, it just totally trusts that. And the right answers will come. And sometimes it might be this way, and sometimes it might be that way, and sometimes it might be a bit of a mix of both. One never knows.